At the beginning of the story, we see some teenagers who end up in a place that was supposed to be an adventure for them, but coming back from there is almost impossible. It's an area where thousands of people once lived, but now there are only broken houses, empty streets, and an eerie silence spread all around. It's an abandoned city where it feels like, as they venture deeper into this desolate place, they began to realize that it wasn't just buildings here. There was something else, too. Things that maybe humans were never meant to see. The story begins with a group of teenagers, Chris, his girlfriend Natalie, and their friend Amanda. They're all traveling around Europe. During their journey, they stop in Kyiv, Ukraine, so Chris can meet his brother Paul. That's where Paul comes up with an idea. He suggests they take a tour of Pripyat, an abandoned city, saying it would be really exciting to visit. This place is famous for the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, because in 1986, a terrible accident happened here, which the whole world knows as the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. But Chris isn't on board with the idea at first, though Paul somehow convinces him. After that, they all meet a tour guide named Yuri. Yuri assures them there's nothing to be afraid of there. He says he used to be part of the Special Armed Forces and has taken many people on tours here before. Yuri convinces everyone that this trip will be a fun experience. During this time, they also meet a couple, Zoe and Michael. Now the group totals 7 people. Yuri loads everyone into his van and heads toward Chernobyl. But before they can reach the main location, they encounter the Ukrainian military at a checkpoint in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. A military officer tells Yuri that entry is forbidden and there's nothing worth seeing there. He says all the stories about the place are just rumors. But the real question was, if it was all just stories, then what was the military doing there? Anyway, Yuri tries to talk to the military officer, but he flatly refuses and says that maintenance work is going on inside. This surprises the group, since Pripyat has been considered abandoned for years. Still, Yuri doesn't give up. He takes everyone inside through another route, one that was discovered several years ago. The strange thing was, there was no military presence anywhere along this path. As soon as they enter, they see radioactive warning signs posted on the trees and around the area. So on one hand, the military says, there's the military, and on the other hand, there are radioactive signs. This was a clear indication that going inside was absolutely not safe. But if they hadn't done this, how would we get to see the rest of the story? Anyway, no sensible person would ever go to a place like this. Moving forward, their group stops by a river. Here, Yuri spots a mutated fish. Even though the fish was lying on the ground, it was still alive. It had huge teeth, just like a piranha, but in size, it was many times bigger than a piranha. Seeing all this, everyone gets scared and quickly heads back toward their van. But after they leave, we see that thousands of similar mutated fish are swimming in that river. From this, it becomes clear that something very wrong, dangerous, and terrifying is happening in this place. As they move ahead, the whole group starts worrying about whether the radiation might affect them. But Yuri has a Geiger counter, which he uses to check the radiation. Yuri reassures everyone that there's no need to worry because, according to the readings, everything here is within safe limits. After a while, Yuri takes them to the top floor of an apartment building. From there, he shows them the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the distance. Suddenly, strange noises start coming from one corner of the building, and the next moment, a huge bear comes running toward them. However, the bear doesn't attack them. Instead, it seems like it's running away, scared of something dangerous itself. But at that moment, none of the group members understand this. The real question was, how did such a big bear even get to the top of such a tall building? After this incident, the whole group immediately decides to leave Pripyat. But as they run to their van, they are shocked by what they see. Someone has completely destroyed the van's circuit and wiring, and it looks like some animal has chewed it up with its teeth. They try to call for help over the radio, but there's no signal. Night has already fallen, and now they have only 2 options left. Either walk to the nearest checkpoint, which is about 20 kilometers away, or spend the whole night inside the van. Just then, they hear what sounds like a child crying outside. Yuri grabs his gun and heads out. and behind him, Chris follows behind him. Just a short while later, the sound of gunshots is heard from outside. Panicked, Paul rushes out and drags a wounded Chris back inside. Chris has deep bite marks on his leg. Groaning in pain, Chris tells them that some strange creature picked up Yuri and threw him far away, and now he's no longer alive. Hearing this, fear and panic spread among everyone. They lock the van from all sides and decide to spend the night inside. But suddenly, a pack of wild dogs starts attacking the van. This makes them think that maybe Yuri was also killed by these dogs. But the truth was going to be much scarier than that. But friends, if you're thinking the same, believe me, you're about to be shocked very soon. The next morning, Paul, Michael, and Amanda set out to look for Yuri, hoping he might still be alive. They leave the injured Chris, Natalie, and Joey in the van. Following the blood trail, the three reach an abandoned cafeteria where they find Yuri's decomposed corpse. It looks like someone has ripped out and eaten his internal organs. Despite their fear, the three take Yuri's gun with them, but then, one by one, they're attacked by a dangerous and unknown creature. They can't get a clear look at it, but it's now obvious that this area is not safe at all. Amanda, hiding in a room, is also confronted by the creature, but luckily, it leaves without harming her. Somehow, Amanda, Paul, and Michael make it back and tell everyone that they need to escape as soon as possible. But Chris's condition is so bad that he can't walk. Paul promises to save Chris, leaves him in the van with Natalie, gives them a gun for self-defense, and goes out to get help. Meanwhile, Amanda reviews some previously recorded footage on her camera. In it, she sees a terrifying creature on a floor of a building, which completely shocks her. Elsewhere, the others find some spare parts inside an abandoned car. This makes them happy, as they think they might be able to fix their van with these parts. But as they're returning, they're attacked by wild dogs and those same mutated fish. They somehow survive the attacks, but during the chaos, Michael is bitten by a mutated fish. When they all return to the van at night, they're shocked by what they see. The van has been completely overturned, and neither Chris nor Natalie is there. They find Natalie's camera. Watching the footage, they see a video where Chris is trying to propose to Natalie. Even then, he's hopeful that everything will be fine and they'll make it to Moscow. But in the next recording, we see a human monster attacking them. From this, it's assumed that Chris and Natalie have been killed. Paul's promise to save his brother Chris goes unfulfilled. Still, they don't lose hope and keep searching for the two, which takes up a lot of time, and this is where the story takes an even scarier turn. Suddenly, a human monster appears and frightens everyone. During this, they also find a map. While running, they come across a terrified and shaken Natalie, but then their attention is drawn to a little girl, which distracts them for a few seconds. Taking advantage of this, the mutants grab Natalie and take her away. Before the group can save her, a horde of human mutants appears. With no other option, they run for their lives. Amidst the chaos, Joey realizes that Michael is no longer with them. In fact, while trying to save everyone, Michael was killed by the mutants. Running, they all end up deep in the underground part of a building. There, they see a ring and think someone is there. They hope it's Chris, but as they get closer, they realize it's not a human, but a mutated creature. Suddenly, several zombie-like mutants attack them. While escaping from this underground place, Joey is caught by the mutants. Paul and Amanda, despite wanting to, can't save him and are forced to leave him behind, resulting in Joey's death. Now, only Paul and Amanda are left. Running, they reach near the nuclear reactor core. The radiation here is so intense that their bodies start to react dangerously. Their skin begins to burn, and their eyes are badly affected. Here, they find Natalie's corpse. It's clear that Natalie also succumbed to the effects of radiation and is now dead. But the story doesn't end here. Suddenly, more mutants attack them. Fighting and struggling, Paul and Amanda somehow make it out. As soon as they get outside, they see the Ukrainian military. They think they're finally saved, but their condition is dire. Their skin is completely burned, and they can barely walk. Due to the radiation, Paul's vision is also failing. He slowly moves toward the military, but then the military shoots him. Seeing this, Amanda is completely shocked and collapses from the effects of radiation. When Amanda regains consciousness, she finds herself surrounded by doctors and scientists, all wearing anti-radiation suits and masks. They tell Amanda that she's in a hospital and will be fully taken care of. But soon, the truth is revealed. In reality, secret experiments were being conducted at that place. After this, Amanda is locked in a separate cell. Soon, human mutants arrive and capture Amanda, and this is where it's implied that Amanda, too, has died. Now the question is, why were all these experiments being conducted? The film doesn't make it explicitly clear, but it does show that the military was fully involved in all of this. Anyway, with that, the story of Chernobyl Diaries comes to an end. Now you tell me, how did you find this film and its story?